Calling all beings. Calling all beings.
Can I get it?
Hi.
In the joint. Welcome back to Calling All Beings. I'm your host, DJ, and this right here is...
Boston Bia.
That's what I'm saying right there. Massachusetts answer to Helen of Troy. Can I get a... Man. All right. We're going to do this damn thing. We're going to say hi to everybody in the chat and make you know that you're not left out. So let's get it started with the DO double. All right, we're going to get up to the top. First, we're talking about our chat moderator, Miss Jessica and Beezy in the heezy like thin leezy. Right? You want to say hi, Jessica?
Hi, Jessica.
There we go. We got Gail Dunnels in the house. Right there. Hello. Bienvenidos. And we've got none other than Mary Malaki. Hello and welcome back. Hi, Beatrice. I have an adult beverage and popcorn. I'm so ready for the queen. She's such a badass, ain't she? Right,
she is.
She is. Colleen O'Neill. She's backstage right now about 15 minutes early, so that means maybe we're going to start the show early. Aren't we, Beatrice?
Sure.
Okay. Mike Brooks. What's up, Holmes? Have you been in here before?
That's Minion Mike.
Minion Mike, what's up, brother? Saw you on film the other day. You look good, man. You know what I'm saying? And wait, just to make sure Bia, you got to take note of that right now.
Nobody loves me tonight, huh?
well, wait a minute. Hold on. Didn't take long. Didn't take too long. All right, there we go. Alpine Stars, which of course reminds me of my currently my favorite sport, MotoGP. They make those leather outfits they put on. Alpine Stars. Let's see. So we said hi to that. Patricia White, all the way here from Ireland. Yay, Queen Colleen. She's such a badass queen, ain't she? What she got in that mug right there, Colleen? We're going to find out with Sharar. Okay. She's like, this dude off his damn rocker. Okay, right here we got Lulu Bell. Good evening, everyone. She's a Massachusetts OG. Welcome back. So yeah, everybody's saying hi to everyone. Jen T 27, who we did not get to see at the Meal of Food, so she needs to come to this one. Isn't that right, Jen T? We got, look at this. Clerk Jim Clown. Hi, DJ Bia and Mods chat. What's up, homie? You're always, man. You lift up a lot of people, right? Bia, say something, man. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. Go ahead. I was listening to you. Go ahead.
Look at this.
Look at this one.
Melissa from Montana. Can you believe that out there where they have the moose and the elk and all these big animals out there? The brown bear, for Christ's sakes. They're so big. The grizzly. Okay. And who's this right here?
Oh.
Je suis revenu. Look at that. Speaking some French up in here. We're talking about the official attorney of Calling All Beings, Valhalla Law. Okay, now here we go. This next one right here. Welcome back, Val. You filthy rat bastard. Colleen is the best. We know that. He said, look at John saying, is this live? He's trying to troll me. You know what? I'm going to promo you again. Look at this. Look at this.
Aw, Lulu, you're so sweet.
Yeah, I'm
you
already
have
down.
To go for coffee when you're back in town.
Yeah, I'm down.
Or Monday night dive bar, Stoneham. Let's do this.
There you go, man. I hear B is a big star over there. She's a big star. And John is here. John from Canton. John Camo. He's a big YouTube star now. Are you aware of this, Bia?
Of course.
Big.
I watch Canton Chronicles all the time.
Not only physically big. I know. Me too. I watched it last night. not only physically big, but, big in, stature
Oh.
and, his gravitas, as you
Yes.
say. I'm waiting for him to give me a call. I haven't heard from John. But
Well,
John,
he just put that he set up Colleen with her man. So just
What?
saying, he did.
oh my God.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I want you to say next to this next person here, right here.
Timely manner. Hi from New Zealand.
From New Zealand, the Kiwis. Oh my God. Timely manner. First of all, welcome. I am not prepared to do now Kate Casey is messaging me back. Kate Casey of Reality Life with Kate Casey covered Karen Reed today on her podcast. And I said, Kate, I got to get you some, I got to get you somebody that's going to give you the skinny. And she's messaging back. Let me just tell her I'm live on air. Just tell her. Go ahead. Take it away, Bia.
All right. Let's see. John had Boozy on last night.
Yes,
and
I watched
catch
it.
that on the replay.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's the last time I went on his show. Didn't know. Oh.
Oh, now Kate's calling me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm telling her I'm live. Let's take her live on air. Hang on.
Right.
Let me see.
Thank you, Sherry D.
Kate Casey, are you there?
Yes, how are you?
You are live on air. Yes, we're in the middle of the show.
Are you kidding?
I am not kidding.
Nope.
You are live with Kate Casey, Reality Life with Kate Casey, an amazing podcast. Yes, ma'am.
That's hilarious. What are you guys talking about?
So we're going to have on somebody from Canton named Queen Colleen O'Neill. This is going to sound familiar from your time in college and with all the Irish and Catholic folks.
I probably know them. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's going to discuss basically the Canton corruption that sort of got us into. She is not a free Karen Reed person, but she owns a business in Canton, and she's going to talk about that. So we're going to get that take. But do you want to say something, Bia?
I was going to say, I wouldn't say
everybody-
she's not free Karen Reed. I don't think that, but I think her purpose is more to bring out Canton corruption. But I think she's free Karen Reed.
Okay. She's nodding her head backstage. So,
yeah,
Kate,
of course. I
Yes,
saw her at court, and she went to TB's his second hearing last week. So yeah, of course.
awesome.
She's one of us. You wouldn't have her on if she wasn't one of us.
Okay.
Just saying.
So Kate, can I call you afterward?
Yeah, but I was going to say,
Yes, ma'am.
I interviewed the executive producer of the doc that comes out. It comes out Monday, and it's 5 episodes over 2 days, and it's inside, similar to like The Staircase. It's inside Karen Reed's defense. So you kind of follow the case through their eyes. But the executive producer told me that John O'Keefe's family is working on another doc. So that will be another one that will be coming out. That may be the one that's coming out on Netflix.
Yeah, and so I'm going to call, and I might even get Bia on there. Bia is on the ground there in Boston, as you can see. And she, we might be able to help suggest somebody for you. And it's an honor to have you on. So if you guys that are listening right now, this is Kate Casey. She has an incredible podcast that covers docuseries, that covers true crime, that covers reality TV, and it's called Reality Life with Kate Casey. And she's had on...
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. You've had on more producers and directors than anybody can shake a stick at. So.
That is true. That is true.
All right. I'll give you a call later. Thank you so much for
You got it.
appearing on air. Thank you, Kate.
You got it. Okay.
Bye, Kate.
Bye-bye. Wow. That's one of the wildest things that that's ever happened.
Just taking the phone. Okay.
With
we'll
that,
just sit here while you, let me just kick back.
Well, you know what? Kate covered, for those of you out there, and we're about to bring on our guest of honor, but Kate worked in the White House at one point, to give you an idea of the gravity of Kate. She's an amazing, much like my co-host here, very much a self-made woman, and got herself as a freshman in college at Trinity. I don't want to say if she went to Trinity. She went to a Catholic university and ended up working in the White House. So interning. Yeah, she's an amazing lady. But we will get to that. she covered Karen Reed today, and there were some things that weren't quite correct, and that's why. So
If I was there, I would have corrected her. Just saying. There's not a fact that sneaks by me.
No, I know. Well, we'll talk about this after the show, Bia, because we got to find her somebody to go on her show, but she wants someone that's down the middle, so maybe a Peter Tragos, who knows? All right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we asked this young lady to come on. I've seen the term badass so many times, and hi, Ken, I see you. I see everybody here. I just need to, I need to get Colleen on because she's been backstage for a while now, and I hate to leave people backstage. This is something I don't like to do. So we're going to bring on the legend. I first heard her on Nurse Kim's show, and I felt that this was a piece of artwork of hearing her and Nurse Kim that would not be rivaled by anybody, and certainly not by this show. But as Bia says, we'll endeavor to do our best to create some magic with the one and only party people. Get the Cheeto dust off your damn fingers, okay? And put your hands together for the one and only Queen Colleen O'Neill.
Are we allowed to play music?
Can I get her?
Can I play music?
For Colleen O'Neill.
Hey.
Yeah, there we go. Come on, let's break.
All right, I'll stop.
What? Dude, this
You want me to keep going?
Yeah, man, let's go.
Keep going?
I'm down. If you're down, man, we can get another minute in here. That's what I'm talking about. Look at, wait, we're gonna get ready now. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody said, I did the work. Come check out this body, baby, because I put in the hours and I skipped all those fattening meals. Come get some. Amen. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it again. Hold up.
Motherfucking playlist. I have a whole playlist. Wait, you want to hear like my theme song for Uncle Ed?
Do it, girlfriend.
Hold on. Where is it? Here it is.
Hit the road, Jack.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. What you say? Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
Oh, woman, don't treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman that I've ever seen. I guess give you
That's what we're talking about, gangsta.
I have to pack my things and go.
That's right, hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
Hit the road, John Conley.
Don't you come back no more.
What do we got there?
What you say?
Is that some damn Pokemon cards? What is that?
Don't you come back no more, no more, no more.
What are those in your hands? What is that?
Are those all the tickets?
No, those are photos.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I got the whole binder.
I knew you were going to have the binder.
I love
the
it.
whole binder. I got photos, I got receipts. Oh no, I gave the tickets back to Uncle Ed on Valentine's Day last year.
There you go.
And Uncle Ed, all right, I'm going to have to get schooled up on all this, but
Yeah,
I want to
sit
start
back.
out with, first of all, hi, I'm DJ, and that is,
Boston Bia.
what's up, man? It's so a pleasure to meet you, Colleen.
Nice to meet you guys. And
Totally.
and both of you. And thank you for having Nurse Kim on and talking so great about me when I was on vacation for my birthday. I really appreciate it. But there was one comment.
don't clap your hands. Okay?
I won't clap my hands.
People stop watching your show because they don't like how you keep clapping for some reason. And they're only watching because I'm on the show today.
Oh, really? So I've turned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so just don't clap. I like to clap too. I mean, I'm Italian.
You are? You're a paisan?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my name's Colleen O'Neill,
Mhm.
but I'm Irish and Italian. My mother's 100% Italian from Somerville.
Mm-hmm.
And so I talk with my hands a lot, and I like to clap. I like to throw my fists too, like Colin Albert. But but they said I stopped watching his podcast because he claps a lot. And I'm like, all right, I'll tell him to stop clapping because I'm on the show tonight, and we won't go there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell the way I look at it is like this. Authenticity is a lot of this. A lot of this is coming and being who you are. And I will tell you, there are probably some very prominent content creators that don't like my show. And that is totally okay. But I have to come on air and be me. Some people don't like that I say amen, that I yell and I holler. And so they don't watch. And that is totally fine. There's a content creator for everybody. And if they don't like my artwork, totally awesome. Go check out another content creator who does it.
I love a thumbs.
Because if they think this is going to stop, that's not going to stop.
It's not going to stop me.
Not going to stop.
And you know what? A lot of motherfuckers try to stop me, and I'm not stopping.
Not stopping. Yeah.
I keep going.
And I'm not trying to offend them at all. But what it might mean is I'm not the content creator for you. You may want to go on Nurse Kim's show or Mike's show or Mazza's show or Turtle Boy show, and that's totally fine. Like I said, that's totally cool. But I got to be me. You know what I'm saying, girlfriend? You feel me? Okay.
I agree. I agree.
All right, let's get to some of these super chats, and then I want to find out about Colleen O'Neill, who's an Italian paisan like me, because I'm Italian. I'm an Italian Jew. So here we go.
An Italian Jew?
Yeah, from New York.
I call Jeff an Italian Jew.
He's like me.
Well, he's not really Jewish, but he like watches all his credit card charges, so I call him an Italian Jew.
Well, I'm a real Jew who doesn't watch them closely enough. So I'll put it to you that way. I'm probably the opposite of him.
But when he wants to know the CCV code to his American Express and Visa and Discover cards, who does he call?
You, of course.
That's of course Queen Colleen, man.
Yeah. So it's like, who's really the fucking Jew here?
Raw, live, and uncut, like I like my sushi.
Can I swear? I'm sorry. Am I?
No, it's all good. It's okay. Yeah.
Because I mean, love the F word.
Hey.
I love the F word myself. I try not to use it on air. It's a family show. It's just that the family's a little weird, but it's okay.
Okay.
Do your damn thing. Be you, right?
Okay.
That we just talked
if
about
I need
authenticity.
to tone it down, you just tell me to tone it down.
No, that's why we invited you on.
Okay.
So let me say thank you to Mary Malaki. Hit the Road Jack. It's got to be Colleen's theme song. Thank you very much for the two. I greatly appreciate it, Miss Malarkey. And also want to thank, my homegirl.
Pastor Peppa! I love her. She makes me laugh.
And let me say,
My girl.
if you would have come to the meal of food that we did January 12th, she was there. She came up from Jersey, but she's from the Bronx. And her Bronx accent is cool like your Massachusetts accent. Like it would have been.
I used to live in Brooklyn in Staten Island.
Oh, all right. So you know what's up then. You know what's going on. Okay. All right.
In my 20s. I graduated from Rutgers, Camden, New Jersey.
Wait, are you saying you're not still in your 20s?
Babe, I'm pushing 40.
Are you kidding me?
I just turned 39 in Puerto Rico.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Say something in Spanish, Bia, for her birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños.
All I know is uno más cerveza, por favor, señor.
Una más cerveza. Of course. That's all you need. One more.
¿Qué pasó?
¿Qué pasó? Yeah, ¿qué
¿El
pasó?
baño?
Oh, yeah, el baño. Yeah, those are good ones to know.
Oh my God.
You need
Colleen-
beer and you need a bathroom. That's it.
Oh, what is John saying? I'm totally not watching this anymore. But then again, I'm not.
Amiga.
Oh, amiga.
This is the real. See, this is what we love. There's nothing fake or phony about you, Colleen. This is what we like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're basically like oatmeal. You know, there's nothing in it. There's no, ingredients. It's just oatmeal. Spotted Full Productions, $5. What the hell did I just stumble onto here? I couldn't turn away. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Hey, there's no OnlyFans either. There's no OnlyFans.
Yeah, this is not OnlyFans. In case you thought that you stumbled onto there.
Dude, the trolls on Twitter, X, whatever you call it, where's her OnlyFans? Where's her OnlyFans? I'm pushing 40. You think I can still sell ass photos and make money? Okay.
Well, I mean, I've seen you on Facebook. I think there's a lot you got there, girlfriend.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
clearly you've worked.
That's the last resort, I can tell you.
Well, I mean,
she's like,
At
I'm
least
not-
I can still got that as the last resort, you know?
you still got it like a 20-year-old, but okay. I don't know about last resort.
Hi, Kelly. And hi, C says, hi, Dennis, because the legend is here. I think Dennis Sweeney's in the building.
Dennis! My
Oh, and look-
man!
And look who's here to say hello to you, Mr. Mazza Media.
Woo!
Hi,
Welcome, bro,
Mazza.
man.
And he's
Well-
clapping, and I'm clapping too.
Oh, I'm going to be clapping.
The
They're-
hypocrite! The fucking hypocrite!
yeah, it's you know what? They can, you know what? Like I said, they can go to another channel. It's all good.
Yeah,
No offense.
exactly.
No offense taken. None given. Just if you don't like my clapping, you
Oh,
probably don't
listen,
want to be
hey,
on the show.
hold I got the same. Should I put on the sunglasses too? Wait,
Please,
I
yeah.
got-
Ooh.
Woo! Chica. Bia, where's your sunglasses?
I'm
Where's
gonna
your
see
JML?
our-
Oh, okay,
All right, I'll be right back. Hold on,
All
I
right.
ain't missing out on this.
Yeah, Bia is a Cuban America. Bia was born in Cuba, for those of you that don't know. And she came over here, I want to say like maybe 10 or 11, something like that. Maybe slightly younger, and moved to Massachusetts. From,
Good for her.
to
So
Somerville.
I run 3 LLCs now. Like Jeff is my first. Well, so let me give you a breakdown. So mom and dad. My mom's 100% Italian. Daddy's Irish. They're both baby boomers.
Mhm.
My father was a Vietnam vet.
Mhm.
Met after he came back from war. They have an accounting firm.
Mhm.
My parents had me late in life.
Mhm.
So I was raised in an accounting firm by both my parents. And so where was I going with this whole conversation?
You were kind of giving your history, giving about where,
So
where you
I
come
was
from.
raised
And we're
in an
talking
accounting
about
firm
that
with
she's
2
raised in Cuba.
parents.
Mhm.
And my mother's the original queen. My father's a Vietnam badass. And why did she just walk away though?
She went to get her sunglasses.
her sunglasses.
Yeah.
So I was raised in like
There-
a good, stable family. Learned to save receipts. Oh, she got her fucking sunglasses.
Yeah.
That's the problem here. She left me, and I got mad. I'm upset.
Oh no,
So-
sorry, I had to go all the way to the car. I'm out of breath now. I'm in the second
It's
floor.
called car.
The
Yes,
car, yeah.
Ka.
car.
Car.
So
I love this. This is-
I love this.
Okay, please continue. So we were getting, your history. Your father's a Vietnam badass. Met your mom when he came home from war. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was raised in an accounting firm. My parents were together for years, ran a business together for years, and then I grew up in Medford. And
Medford. Okay.
I left Medford at 18 years old. I moved to Providence. I moved to Atlantic City, New Jersey, Staten Island, Brooklyn, New York, back and forth. Graduated from Rutgers, Camden. Moved back. I got a bachelor's degree, kid. I made a ton of money bartending on the Jersey Shore.
Really?
Oh,
I've
I
been a
bet.
hustler. Let me tell you, I've been a hustler. And I got an identical twin sister. There's two of me.
Oh
Really?
my gosh. How is that possible?
Ask my mother and my father. My father's a baby boomer, and he's like the oldest out of 5, and he's the only one that went bald, like you. Yeah. And I'm like, Daddy, why are you the only one that doesn't have hair? He goes, because I have 2 twin daughters. What do you want me to say? Yeah. My father used to have season tickets to the Celtics games, and he used to get on the Jumbotron. He used to know the camera guy. He used to get the Jumbotron and dance. My father's on YouTube.
He is?
Yes.
Oh my God. We should have had him on.
Awesome.
Oh, he died. He died.
Oh.
My father died of prostate cancer in
When?
2019, March 25th, 2019. Yeah, it's coming up.
I'm so sorry to hear that, love.
Yeah,
She
and I
just
was the daddy's girl because I was 15 minutes older than my twin sister. So my twin sister stole my identity. So I have a twin sister, identical twin sister.
she stole
My identity multiple
Is
times.
she as wild as you? Or you the
We're
wild
both
one?
wild. We're both wild in different ways, but I think she's more of a scumbag. I compare her to Jillian Daniels.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's like a shitbag like Jillian Daniels. Like that's what I compare my twin sister to. So she is a twin. I mean, she has a daughter now. We get along now. But anyways, so this is a different story. We're in a better relationship now. But I lost my father, and I was raised to just work hard, do the right thing. And you ask, like, how did you go to all these different states? Because like I wanted something better than the town that I grew up in.
What is Medford
know?
like? Can you I went to college in Massachusetts, but I don't know the entire state. So can you educate me on sort of Medford and what it was like growing up there?
So my parents also put me in Catholic school.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't go to public school. I went to Catholic school. I went to Matignon in Cambridge, which is now closed.
Mm-hmm.
Because the priests were molesting little boys and all that stuff. So that's a whole other different subject that we can go to discussing. So when I was 18, I graduated high school, got into college, went to Rhode Island, then moved to New Jersey, bought a ton of the Jersey Shore, made a ton of money, met
Pauly
people.
D, Mike.
No.
Ronnie.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. So when I was living in Jersey, my friends were messaging me on Facebook. This is when we only had Facebook. They go, Colleen, did you really leave Boston to go to the Jersey Shore to go hang out with these people? Because that's when Jersey Shore came out.
Yeah.
And did you really go to Jersey to hang out with people like this with the fucking blows? I go, I'm in South Jersey. I'm in Atlantic City, Ventnor, Margate, South Shore Jersey with all the rich Jewish people are. It's like a whole different game down here, right? Old money. So I was I transferred to Rutgers Camden, went to college, graduated, but then I was traveling. I would travel, drive my car, get on the trains, airplanes, Miami, all by myself all the time, hustling, bartending all over the East Coast. So then I graduated from Rutgers, moved back, got my bachelor's degree, moved back to Boston to my family's house in Medford, and then that's how and John Camo.
Yeah. Where is he? I don't know where he is and if he's still here, but yeah.
This is all his fault.
He introduced you?
Jeff Barrington. I go, Jeff, I go, John, I go, this is all your fault, right? It's all your fault. Because, when I met Jeff, I was running a biopharmaceutical company in Waltham, and then COVID happened. Everything was shut down, and Jeff had no help. Jeff had no help. I got laid off. I was living in his house in Stoughton. He's like, I need you to come help me. I'm like, all right, whatever. He's selling lawnmowers, snow blowers, generators, chainsaws, I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck this is. right? So all I did was listen. I listened, right? I listened. And then he also had properties. He had a ton of properties.
Mm-hmm.
And his property manager was a piece of shit and was stealing the money and didn't know how to manage the properties, didn't know how to get the rent in on time. The bank account was getting overdrawn. I grew up with a father that's a CPA and a CFP. So I grew up in an accounting firm. And like when I grew up in an accounting firm, like my father taught me accounting with a pencil and a piece of paper. And I grew up I was the first person when the internet came out on a computer. I was the first person that knew how to use computers, fax machines, everything. I taught my friends how to do it when I was like 10 years old. Okay.
You're tech savvy.
And I'm like, this guy's taking advantage of you. You're getting completely taken advantage of, right? When he brought me in 2020, I go, get rid of this guy. He's like, he's on a contract. Get a fucking lawyer, break that contract, right? Your property management accounts like in the negatives right now. This isn't good. And what's he doing as a property manager? He's sitting on his ass doing nothing, right? Got rid of him. I mean, you had to pay a lawyer. We got rid of him. Now what's the property management account? Account now on a monthly basis. $20,000 plus, okay?
Wow.
$20,000
nice.
plus. Just the property management account. That's one LLC. Okay? One LLC. Then he has me running F&F power equipment during COVID that I don't know anything about lawnmowers, anything, but I'm listening to him repair things, talk to customers. I'm absorbing it all. Right. And I'm like, so then I'm in the front. It was only me and him because we couldn't get help. Everybody was collecting the pandemic money. Nobody wanted to come to work. Right. So he's doing the repairs, pickup and deliveries. I'm in the front selling lawnmowers. I don't even know what a Husqvarna, Toro, Aaron's, you name it. I don't know what any of it is. I'm reading books, asking my sales reps, what's this? What's that? What's a CC? What's a horsepower? Like, how do I explain this? They're coming to the shop to tell me, and I learned it all. Fucking killed it. I had 18-wheeler trucks backing down Walpole. I would stop traffic. I go, let's go. All right, we're backing in. Need the forklift, unlift, So we got rid of the property manager. I turned a profit with the properties. We bought 43 Walpole Terrace cash in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he was doing the repairs and I was opening and closing the shop myself and he was doing pickup and deliveries early in the morning and late at nights after he's done doing the repairs, Eric Wade started showing up. The creepy predator caught from Canton. I go, for traffic violations. Traffic violations on a dead-end road that we own 75% of the street, like 75% of the property, right? No mortgages. Traffic violation, that's weird because usually the Vince Aguirre. So Charlie Ray used to live at 44 Walpole Terrace. He took Jeff to court and lost and sold the house in 2016. Sold the house. The Vince Aguirre's bought the property. Now the Vince Aguirre's, their cousin was the zonings? Hold on, I have the whole thing right here.
You are organized, man. I'm gonna tell you what.
Whole binder.
You done lucked out.
Gary Vince Aguirre was the cousin. So basically, and Charlie Ray took a $200,000 loss on his property in 2016 when he was the zoning. He was a zoning guy.
Oh, look at that. Sherry D's on it, man.
Yeah. So Gary, this is Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he works for the town of Canton, and then Michelle and then bought the house, and he took and Charlie Ray took a $200,000 loss on his property because he lost a lawsuit to Jeff. So in 2016 he lost. But it's just petty because this property, this business hasn't been established since 1993. Russell Rodding built this property, ran this business. Jeff started running the business for Russell Rodding in 2020. No issues when Jeff was running the business in 2020. But when Jeff bought the business in 2012, all hell broke loose. Now let's look back into the Canton cops. Charlie Wright, because he got promoted to be a sergeant and got a cop car. So he changed his front door to his back door on a dead-end road, which was originally a dirt driveway. And the joke was, when Russ was there and Jeff was there, along with a bunch of other employees, Charlie would park his car on the back of the road on duty and be sleeping in the house. And when he got a call, he'd become flying around the corner 100 miles an hour to get to his call because he was collecting taxpayers' dollars
At home.
at home.
Okay.
And he was hiding his cop car behind his new front door.
So people
where
didn't.
he changed the fucking dirt driveway to a town road.
So instead of patrolling, he was at home
Sleeping.
Okay.
And do you know what his brother did? His brother worked for the MBTA.
What's NBTA?
The MBTA, the Massachusetts, like the trains.
Oh, okay, transit. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So his brother, Michael, got caught. He made his own room with his own locked room. It was sleeping on the job, and a little 12-year-old boy went missing on the train. And where was his brother? Sleeping in a little hidden room in a sleeping bag.
And he was a conductor, I assume. That should
No,
have
he
been.
wasn't a conductor. He was a cop.
He would ride the train.
Corruption runs in the family.
Okay. Well, let me understand. First of all, I want to thank Please Pass the Pepper for her donation. She's saying, wait until my girl whips out the ruler. Wait until she rips out the ruler. So I want to ask you something, though. Before you whip out the ruler, I would like it if you, and by the way, we have the Karen Reed fundraiser that is at the bottom of the screen in a banner. We will also, at some point, we will switch that over to the cab phone number. So if some of you want to jot down the call-in number because you want to talk to Colleen O'Neill, and I know a lot of you do, that is the call-in number, 719 area code. So jot that down, 602-4464. 719-602-4464 if you want to talk to Colleen. And if you want to donate to Karen Reed, this is how you're going to do that. Colleen, take us from a junior varsity level. What is the genesis of the problems? What's the start of the problems between you and your family there, you and Jeff, and the town? And that's just for me because I'm not read in on your entire story.
Okay. So it's just, we look like a junkyard.
Okay.
We have too much equipment. Then we bought 43 Walpole Terrace in 2020, which is a property hold on, I have the whole.
Well, I can Google map that. I'll bring it up on the map.
I got the whole map right here.
Okay.
Got the land survey. So 43 Walpole Terrace is back here.
Mm-hmm.
And we bought that in 2020. And so originally when we bought that property, right, Uncle Ed came down and was like, the back door needs to be expanded. So we expanded the door. And then in 2021, we had a ton of rain. The basement flooded. We had to get a storage container for our tenants to take out all their furniture, take out the rugs, put it in a storage container, and like dry out the basement because we had a ton of rain in 2021. So that's what we did. So we ended up putting a storage container there and all our tenants' property were in there. And so the tenants ended up wanting to move out. Like, okay, well, we own this property. Well, we'll stop putting backpack blowers in there. So we started putting backpack blowers in a storage container on our own personal property. And next thing you know, Uncle Ed, I call him Ed Walsh, Uncle Ed started showing up On a weekly basis, it was Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, he would show up with a $500 ticket for not having a permit.
For the
And I'm like, what are you writing tickets for? It's like, this is on our property. Like, what's the problem? So then we got another one. Yeah, we got another one. We got another storage container because, like, it was our property. It's our personal property, okay? Our personal property.
But they said
the thing is, because Charlie Ray changed the dirt driveway to a town road with no zoning, no records, nothing, right? There was nothing. There was nothing done when they did it. So nobody knew where the property lines were when it happened. So this whole area right here is on town property. So when Charlie Ray changed his front door to his back door, he changed his new front yard all on town property.
That's odd.
And then he also built an illegal storage shed on town property with no permit. No, where did I put all my stuff? With no permit, right? So it's like, we have storage containers running a business where we pay our taxes. Because there's no mortgages at 43 Walpole Terrace. I mean, there's no mortgages, but we pay our property taxes, we pay our sales taxes, we pay the access taxes, we pay whatever taxes you could fucking think of, we pay, right? We pay it. But it was okay to change his front door to his back door and fill out on town property, right? That's his illegal built shed on town property.
And that's the guy right
Charlie
there.
Ray.
Wow.
Okay? That's Charlie Ray. So I'm getting $500 fines on a weekly basis from Ed. Okay?
Every week.
Weekly.
Wow.
Weekly. On a weekly basis. $500 a week. Weekly. So that was going on. So did you see the video when I cornered Ed on the dead end street? Because I go, enough is enough.
He looks scared. He looks scared.
No, but all I want is like, okay, first of all, we got a storage container for our tenants, okay? Tenants moved out, we got another one, whatever it is. If we need to get a permit, come down like a man and tell me I need to file a permit to have my storage containers on my personal property. But the problem was they didn't know where the property lines were because they forced a dirt driveway into a town road for the corrupt Canton cop, Charlie Ray.
And he did that. Why did he want it? His goal for doing that was so he could say his car was parked and he was working while he was at home. What was the goal of?
He will never admit to that, but that's the facts.
So the reason is, so you're saying this guy's
He wanted to hide his cop car behind his house so he could work overtime and hide his fucking police car while he was sleeping on the job.
And so you're saying that the quote unquote intimidator, or at least she thinks she's intimidating, but she's really not. Chief Rafferty knows why he did this and allowed it.
Chief Rafferty wasn't working at the time. This is before. This is like back in like 2012, 2016.
Okay. So she was still like a sergeant or whatever the hell she was.
Whatever she was.
Yeah.
Whatever she was. This is before. This is still when Berkowitz was working.
Got it.
Okay? This is years before. Because F&F Power Equipment has been established for 30 years. This property was built in 1993. This is years before you can think about Karen Reed. She wasn't even a thought. She wasn't even thinking about John O'Keefe back then, okay? So when, like, I don't even bring up Karen Reed because, like, my shit, because when I had a sexual predator cop showing up to my place of business, this is before John O'Keefe even passed away on town property. Okay? And Jeff is from this town. His father worked on the fire department like retired as a captain from the fire department. Charles Duty worked on the fire department with Jeff's father for years. Charles Duty knew Jeff since he was like 2 years old. Jeff went to Blue Hills Vocational School and like is a true Canton guy. Worked his ass off from nothing and built an empire by himself with no help. And this all comes down. This harassment all comes down because a fucking douchebag cop thought he was gonna get land on pennies on a dollar, and thought he was gonna manipulate the system because he got a fucking a cop car, and thought he was gonna take a business out, and he lost. And he lost. He lost a lawsuit in 2016. Sold the house to the Vince Aguirres. The Vince Aguirres left, took a $200,000 loss on the sale of his house, moved somewhere else in Canton. So now the Vince Aguirres live there. Gary Vince Aguirre was like, you know, the zoning guy back then. And Gary and Michelle, no problems whatsoever. If there's an issue, they come down to the shop and talk to us like adults. They don't call the cops. There's no formal complaint. There's nothing. And I have the emails from Ed Walsh's assistant saying there are no formal complaints about what's going on Walpole Terrace. Nobody's complaining. So, what does this tell you? It's Charlie.
It's Charlie. Yeah, the ex-cop.
And
So-
wait, and then you know who else is complaining is the rat, Paul Close, who also worked on the fire department with Jeff's father and Charles Duty, who lives 2 houses to the right, and got on the microphone. Hey, my name's Paul Close, and I live at 85 Walpole Street, and I'm the reason for all the harassment that's going on at 40 and 43 Walpole Terrace. Yo, bitch, shut the fuck up.
All right, I have a couple of questions for you.
Go
One of
ahead.
them, C, is asking if you would play the Ed video. Where's okay?
Paul,
So she
This
does-
is Paul. This is Paul. That's Paul. That's the rat. He's a rat. He's a rat. He's a fucking rat. Oh yeah. And when I went to his house with a blank check.
Mm-hmm.
I went to his house because he lives 2 houses with a blank check. And go, how much do you want to move to Florida? I will buy a house. He wouldn't answer the door. So you know what I did? I left a photo of a dead rat in his door. How's that, Paul?
Yeah.
You want to
are so-
keep calling me out on Twitter and X for leaving you a photo of a dead rat? Yeah, I did it. Because you went on a microphone and admitted you were a fucking rat, dude. What do you want me to do? Sit back? Like, what else would you do?
You know, Colleen, if only you had more energy, I think. Yes.
And Jeff's the total opposite, isn't he? Like more
No!
reserved and quiet.
He's
Just
got-
give me the checkbook and the pen. It goes, go over there.
Oh, yes. Yes. I love this. I love it.
Jeff goes, Colleen, here's the checkbook, here's the pen. Ask him how much he wants. Because Paul Close, the fucking rat, Jeff's mother's died, and Paul Close showed up to the funeral, shook Jeff's hand and said, I'm sorry for your loss. Meanwhile, he's behind the scenes fucking acting like a bitch ass snitch. Okay?
Wow.
And when I have Ed recorded admitting it was Paul Close and Tom Theodore causing this harassment. Jeff goes, here's the checkbook, here's the pen. Go to his door and ask him how much he wants to buy that piece of shit house. I did. I ring that doorbell. I have it all recorded. I have it recorded. Ring the doorbell. He wouldn't answer it. So I left a photo of a dead rat. I go, let me know when you want to fucking move to Florida, bitch.
I feel like you could shift.
Pussy rat, bitch.
I feel like you could shift. Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you. Please.
Who?
You. I don't want to interrupt you if you're.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. I'm just on a rant.
No, I know. I mean, I feel like you could shift the paradigm if you could get a little bit more angry. You're having trouble conjuring emotion. So we're going to try to bring it out of you.
Because the corruption, it's disgusting.
It is. But this leads into my next question.
Go ahead.
My next question for you, Colleen O'Neill, my Italian paisan, is have you guys thought of selling these properties and moving to a town that actually has legitimate officials?
Yeah.
What have the discussions between you and Jeff look like in those terms?
So we discussed it, and we also had a secret meeting with the select board members about this. But the lack of snow that hasn't gone on in the state of Massachusetts, business was down. It wasn't worth it anymore.
To move or to
We were going to go buy a $1.6 million business on the other side of the Massachusetts. We also looked on in Stoughton on Route 38. I'm not from this town. Like, I don't know the routes. I'm not from Stoughton. I'm from the North Shore. We also looked at property over there. Believe me, we looked. We have storage units. We're all over the place. Okay. We actually went across the street and bought storage, and our equipment got robbed.
You're from the storage units?
Our snowblowers got stolen.
Wow.
From a
Hi,
storage
Jerry.
unit.
Wow.
So that's why we bought storage containers on our own personal property with video surveillance, because our snowblowers, $30,000 worth of snowblowers got stolen from across the street. But nobody wants to talk about that.
Well, I think T Wade has something to say to you from down there in Alabama, and it's roll tide. That's what he's got to say to you. Okay.
My queen right there from BMI. My cowboy. I call her my cowboy.
You have a lot of fans. You really do.
I know, it is crazy.
Well, I mean, why would you have personality? You look great. You're fiery. I mean, people are looking for someone to believe in that's not afraid, because what you have in the tangential corruption in the Karen Reed case is you have a lot of officials, policemen and others that are afraid. They're afraid to come and say what they know. I'm not going to say the word, but sometimes they use that word that they would call a cat.
What are they afraid of? They're afraid of a sexual predator caught? They're afraid of a cop showing up unannounced?
I don't know what they're afraid of. They're afraid of losing.
I told you, I'm from Medford. I lived in Brooklyn. I lived in Staten Island. I lived in Atlantic City. I've dealt with the best. I've dealt with the worst. I used to run fucking dive bars in Brooklyn and Atlantic City, New Jersey. I know all types of different cops. I know all types of demeanors. When I'm closing a business and opening a business by myself, and there's a cop showing up, there's a fucking problem. Eric Wade, the fucking sexual predator, saw the new blonde in town and thought I was going to be an easy target, but he didn't know me in my 20s. Okay? You didn't know me in my 20s. I used to use a baseball bat as my weapon, or I used to pick up a bottle and bash somebody over the head. I dealt with hookers and pimps in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Okay? I used to watch pimps beat their women in the bar. And I go, I don't know who I don't respect that shit. You're going to get the fuck out of the bar, and I'm never going to see you again. That's it. And they respected me as me running my bar. So you're going to show up my place of business when I'm closing over. And he goes, you're feisty. I go, you don't know who the fuck I am. And I don't give a fuck if you have a badge or not. And you're on my street. You're at my business. End of story. Get the fuck away from me. So then he started showing with Ed Walsh with tickets, and Ed Walsh is a fucking dork, that grew up in Canton, that is nothing but a handyman. and got bullied in the town of Canton his whole life, and now you got a ticket book and you're gonna fly over the corner with your little fucking ticket book with $5 tickets, right? Get the fuck out of here. Wrong bitch, wrong business, wrong man. You're not gonna fuck with my man. You're not gonna fuck with my business. You're not gonna fuck with my man, my money. Period. Go fuck yourself. Because Charlie Ray is a pussy bitch, broke bitch, mad jealous bitch. You didn't sleep enough on overtime and you didn't collect enough dollars to buy the property, and you couldn't sue Jeff, and you're mad.
And so
I'm gonna go to bed in tears. I'm having a
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You are
I'm
so
sad.
Why are you
So
sad?
then we bought more property and bought more property on the other town of Canton. So what are you gonna do about it, bitch? Pussy bitch.
well. Do you, like I said though, do you really want to be in their town, or do you
So
think
I
it's
don't
worth
live
it to go to move the business elsewhere?
We did look, but it wasn't worth it. And I ended up leaving. So because of like everything, like the stress and the bullshit, everything that was going on, I ended up just like, I was like, Jeff, I can't do this anymore. Like, I literally cannot do this anymore. I literally left the state and moved to New Hampshire by myself. Took my dog, got another dog, went to the woods, got my own house, got another job. I said, fuck you, Jeff. I'm done with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was live streaming the Karen retrials. And then I saw them approve $7,000 of taxpayers' money to survey Walpole Terrace. I go, Jeff, I haven't been there for 5 months. They're still fucking with you? I go, Jeff, come get the truck. Come get me and the dogs. Let's go back. And then I came back. So this was like February of 2024. Packed up my shit out of the house, got the 2 pit bulls, went back to Stoughton, went to town hall, exposed them all. And then they said an Alina surveyor started showing up. I go, what are you guys doing here? What are you guys doing here? Huh? So I sent emails. You guys are going to show up on Walpole Terrace because I own 75% of this. And it's like, okay, yeah, Jeff owns it. Okay, it's in Jeff's name. But, you know, I'm the one that runs the shit, okay? I'm the one that runs the shit. So it's like, yeah. So I got because the tenants don't know who Jeff is. They don't call Jeff. They don't send the checks to Jeff. They send the checks to me and the business, okay? The tax, like, it's me. So if you're going to show up to Walpole Terrace to dig holes, do whatever it is, I want a notification. They just started showing up there. I sent emails asking for an advance, like, what's going on? Like, what are you going to do? But no response, nothing. So Jeff goes, we got the DPW here. They're blocking the. So I get tickets for blocking the road. What do? Block the fucking road. They're hypocrites.
So, Colleen, can I ask you a question? So, where the business is, there's also like a 2-unit. So it's like a multi-use.
So I got F&F Power Equipment. I got a 2-bedroom house right behind it, which is considered commercial industrial still.
Okay.
And then 43 is right behind it. And that was industrial, and it was changed to residential in 2020. I mean, in 2019 or something like that.
Okay.
Because the previous owner who lived there, Kevin, was a Vietnam veteran, or he was like an Army veteran, went crazy, ended up getting sectioned, and the house went into foreclosure, and that's how we bought it cash. But that was industrial land.
Gotcha.
But I got the storage container originally for the tenants that moved in there for their property. But if I didn't know that a storage container, if it was over for 60 days, I had to get a permit. But John Conley, that fast fuck, you see his storage container in his backyard? He doesn't have a fucking permit. He doesn't have a fucking permit.
Doesn't need one, right? Because he
The
runs
rules
the
are
town.
on
He
board.
runs his fucking town because he's a fat fuck. You see the flag in front of his house? It's a flag of cupcakes. He has a cupcake flag in front of his house with a storage container. That's his food storage container. I'm not even fucking lying. Not even making this shit up. You can't even make this shit up.
Is it a bunch of like Hostess Twinkies and stuff like that? Like, what does he have in there?
No, dude. I
Like
took
the
my
powdered
pit bulls
donuts?
for a walk. I had to go for a stroll. I had to go for a walk. And there's a trampoline that's not being used.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't even know anymore. It's like, it's a joke. The whole town's a joke. But it's like, if you're going to come to my place of business and issue me like legal documents and fines, come correct, okay? You're not going to wear a rainbow unicorn shirt as a bodyguard. Okay, this is your bodyguard, bitch. This is your bodyguard. This is your bodyguard. This is a fucking electrical inspector wearing a rainbow unicorn shirt. John Levis is the Canton electrical inspector. Okay, you're gonna come issue me tickets and legal documents, but you're gonna be dressed like this. Okay, that's just like Trump in the Oval Office with fucking Zelensky asking for more money, and he's not even wearing a suit and tie. Okay, you're gonna come to my place of business dressed as a rainbow unicorn to issue me a legal document, and you think I'm gonna take you fucking seriously? Go fuck yourself.
Can I
Who
ask
do you
you a
think I am?
question?
What?
So I said, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Since you started exposing them, have they kind of toned down and stopped?
No!
bringing tickets? Are they still doing it to date?
I'm in civil court.
Oh,
And you know who they put the fucking judge as? Originally?
who?
Who's that? I can't.
Auntie Bev. Beverly
geez.
Close.
Oh my God. The most corrupt judge in the history of jurisprudence
Yep. So my father.
since the Magna Carta.
So my
Fine.
father,
Yeah.
right, a well-respected CPA, CFP, has a lot of friends, and he has a lawyer who works in Suffolk County who is a federal prosecutor. And I called him on a Friday night. I go, listen, I got a lot of shit going on. I go, I don't want to call you on a Friday night, but I'm stressed out. He goes, Colleen, your father was one of my best friends. And he goes, if you call me on a Friday, Saturday night, I'm going to answer your calls, Colleen. He goes, what is going on? And I sent him the 70-page summons. And he went through with it with me the whole time. He goes, I have somebody for you that's going to be able to take this case. And she ended up getting the judge changed. So it's not Beverly Canoni anymore, because Beverly Canoni is not a civil land judge, right? She's barely a fucking criminal judge, right?
She's not even a judge. Yeah. She pretends to be a judge.
Yeah,
But
like
she's not really a judge.
So
She's a
was on the
judge, like
case,
Rafferty
and I'm
thinks she's a
feeling
badass.
And it's all like, don't keep your equipment on the side of the road. Don't park your cars here. So and you know what they do? And then they go and put fucking rocks at the end of the street. It's like such dumb petty shit. And you know what Ed does? He's going to the condo complex next door that we've never had an issue with. And Ed is trying to start a war with them. And they're making up fictitious police reports that has nothing to do with anything.
Wow.
Let me ask you, see what the tie-in here, because Bia was saying she saw you at court the other day. Was that at Turtle Boy's court or?
Yeah,
Karen?
I went to support Turtle Boy because I was pissed.
Okay. What do you see in? Do you see some commonality with Turtle Boy, with Karen? What are your thoughts
Dude,
about those struggles?
They lie. They lie. They lie. They lie on top of their lies, and they continue to lie to cover up their lies even more.
So that's what you see in common.
Yes.
Okay. Have you met?
The
Have you
common
met?
denominator. All they do is fucking lie. The police reports
Yeah.
in Stoughton, Canton, Norfolk County, period. All they do is fucking lie.
Yeah, I mean that's what we see. We see that they lie, and they're. What's weird is that a lot of people associate this generation or this the millennials, and they'll say something like, and this would be these Canton town cops, these would be the selectmen, these would be these MSP officials, this would be Mike Morrissey. They'd say, oh, this generation of millennials, they're so entitled. And I would counter that with, you also feel so entitled. You feel that because you found your way into this position of power, whether that be with CPD, whether that be with MSP, whether that be douchey Bev, bias Bev, you feel entitled to break the law, to disregard ethics, all these things. They are the ones that are entitled, not the millennials running around on skateboards. It is these people that are in these positions of power. Entitlement. They feel entitled to break the law. Entitled to collect overtime while you're sleeping at the house.
I think it's the small town bullshit.
I come from a small town. We don't have this, man. Like, I don't. There's a lot of small towns that don't have, huh?
Where are you from?
So I'm from Westchester County, across from where. So I'm about 3 hours from, let's say, Stoughton, Canton, half hours across from Connecticut. Like if you went through Connecticut on 84, you would end up in Westchester. And my town there is Montrose, Buchanan, and Verplank. We're close to West Point on the Hudson River. There's a tri-village area, so it's a very small town. But we don't have something like this. Even Peekskill, the neighboring, if you want to call it a city, small city, they don't have. I have never heard of this kind of corruption. Not this. I haven't heard of anywhere. This is what makes the Karen Read case so unique and so bizarre. And then when you add that into the Canton corruption, which people tell me is separate and apart from the Karen Read, it is a connected and tangential, but not exactly the same.
It runs really fucking deep.
Yeah.
It runs really fucking deep. It's the good old boy system that really needs to go. That's why I wrote Paul close a check to move the fuck out. Tom Theodore lost the election last year, okay? It's like corrupt can cop Charlie Ray, small dick, doesn't have a big bank account, couldn't be Jeff. Move the fuck on, dude, okay? Move on. And all the haters that I get on like Twitter or whatever, it's because you got washed up wives that are still making $12 an hour working an administrative job that aren't hustlers, okay? Get the fuck away from my man. Get away from what he has accomplished and succeeded in his life. Go the fuck away. And the fact that you guys kept a sexual predator cop who has abused women on duty and allowed it, Helena, he's still working details. He's still working details in the town of Canton, Helena. And this is still allowed? This is crazy. I'm not crazy. This is disgusting. Disgusting behavior. When the fuck is it going to end?
That's a great question.
Yeah. Have you thought about taking
Helena runs over elderly men on her cop car, but they want to sweep that underneath the rug until the lawsuit comes out. She's getting sued, and she just sold her house for what? How much? $2 million? Because
was it
Helena?
Was it that much? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
What about, I mean, they had the one cop who broke into the catering facility and stole steak tips, and they didn't fire that person. Like, what is that? Let me ask you, in your mind, if imagine, let me put you in a position here. I want to say that you are a sergeant in CPD, and you find out because somebody calls the fire department, and then because they know someone there, and then the fire department calls CPD and says, hey, you got an officer that was caught on camera on multiple occasions stealing, or I don't know, it might have been once, but he had stolen steak tips multiple times, but then was caught on camera, and the owner, a female, called Canton Fire, who called Canton PD. So what would you say to your troop if one of your troops, rookie cop, younger cop, not a sergeant, was caught breaking and entering a catering facility and stealing
You hold them
steak tips?
accountable.
What would you
hold
do?
them accountable.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who they are. Doesn't matter who they are. Doesn't matter what badge, whatever it is. Doesn't matter what rank they are. You hold them accountable for their wrongdoings. You're gonna be a scumbag. You're gonna be prosecuted like the criminal that you are.
Yeah.
If you're struggling in life, you ask for help. You don't go and rob somebody and act like a criminal. If you're the one that has a badge and you're supposed to be protecting the law in the community, you don't go rob a small business or go fuck over a small business. Okay? If you're there to protect the community and you need help, then go. I believe in karma. Go do the right thing. Ask for help. Do the right thing. Good will come back to you. All right? You can't be a cop and act like a gangster.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Yeah.
If you're a cop and you have a badge and you're supposed to protect the law and you're supposed to protect the people of your citizens, you can't go be killing people and acting like a gangster. If you want to be a gangster and you want to be a scumbag and you want to sell drugs and you want to kill people, then that's what you do.
Yeah, but don't go and wrap yourself in a badge and then pretend that you're there to enforce the law.
Yeah, exactly. So you cannot be a cop. You can't be a cop and act like a gangster. If you want to be a gangster, that's one thing. If you want to be a cop, protect your citizens, protect the law, do the right thing. It's one way or the other. There's no in between. Figure it the fuck out.
Now, have you thought about taking
it? Is above the law. You are not entitled.
Have you thought about taking it above the city of Canton? The town of Canton, to a level up to place a complaint with the state or anything like that?
I've tried. They deny me.
Oh.
Every single fucking time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so earlier, Sherry D, our mod, was asking, why should she leave? They've been there so many years. I think that was and I would just say, if they're charging you $500 a day or $500 a week, what's that? It stopped. Oh, okay. Then
I gave the tickets back. I got rid of the storage containers. It stopped.
Okay.
Now they put rocks on my property.
They put rocks?
Yeah, the fucking boulders. The boulders.
What are they putting boulders on your proproperty for? How can they?
On property they don't even own.
How can they do that?
Saying we're trespassing. Because this is Ed.
So it sounds like you need to take them to court. So you're involved in a civil suit against the town?
I'm already in a silver suit. Yes.
Okay. Interesting. And
It is stupid, petty bullshit.
And Thomas T saying it's the Canton Suck. What is the nature of that lawsuit? If you could tell us. And we don't want to get into your business, but what is the nature of that?
So they're saying that we have too much equipment and they can't get a fire truck down the road in case of emergencies. But guys, I've backed an 18-wheeler down Walpole Terrace, bigger than a fire truck, with no problem, with equipment on the road. So I don't even want to fucking hear it. It's the fact that I have embarrassed them over and over again with my receipts that they can't let it go. Ed is mad. Ed is mad that he has shown up with a sexual predator cop that preyed on me when I was running that business by myself, which I have recorded. It's posted all over X.
Mm-hmm.
And they're suing me, taking me through civil court because he's embarrassed from his unprofessionalism and how he behaves and acts.
How can he sue you for, did you have signs up saying you're being recorded? Or what?
No, I went down to town hall and recorded him.
Oh, okay, got it. Oh, okay. But
I went to his office and recorded him and admitted him and had him admit it.
But I'm saying, do you have recordings? You said?
So I have video surveillance, but I have video, but no audio.
Interesting. Do you have audio now? Or
No.
can you not? You can't have audio unless you're Chris Albert.
Nope, that's illegal.
Unless you're Chris Albert.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. So hospital wristband. We're coming to the close here, but we want to get these things in here. Maura Murray was a cadet. Prime suspect to her disappearance was also a cadet and actually had a badge and was an official of some sort. He just got arrested. Shit gets crazy. Does anyone know the nature of this crime?
Wait, who? Maura Murray?
Yeah, I don't know who that is. So
All I know was the only thing I know about Maura Murray, wasn't she the girl that went disappearing in New Hampshire?
Yeah, please clue us in because I'm unfamiliar with who it is. This one, what does this say? Our local justice court judge of 30 years was arrested last week by the feds for a child sexual abuse. Yesterday, the local captain of the fire department was arrested for the same thing. They were lovers. Oh, wow. Okay.
What?
I don't know where that's at. Oh, in Utah. This is in Utah, where that mother of the year, what was it? Ruby Frankie's from.
No, the mother that was in Connecticut. The girl, the mother that was just like arrested for holding her like 30-year-old son hostage.
Oh, the stepson one?
Yeah.
Here's a question. Colleen, why are you letting them wrinkle your smooth? You're smooth. I don't know what smooth means. Breathe, honey. Okay.
I breathe, babe. I breathe.
She's breathing. She's working out all the time over there.
You want to see the abs?
Also, I want to recognize this individual right here. Just Me Gaming. Good morning, everybody from Bali, Indonesia.
Oh wow!
Somewhere that all of us would like to go on vacation, and MotoGP goes at least twice a year.
The international.
Hello, Just Me Gaming.
I told Bob, you guys are international. You guys are the laughing joke of the world. You guys are the laughing stock of the world.
And Valhalla Law is saying yes, she disappeared from NH in Murray. I guess that's Maura Murray.
Murray. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You got. I'm unfamiliar with this case. So I'm gonna have to Google it.
Happened a few years ago, but I know her sister's still looking for her.
Welcome, Just Me Gaming. So what did he say? He said, come anytime. The beer is on me. Hell yeah. That would be a dream to come to Bali, or like I said, I'm a big MotoGP fan and they go to Indonesia, I think at least once a year. And they also do testing there. I'm trying to remember the name of your track, but yeah, Bali would be an absolute dream. I haven't even been to Hawaii, for God's sakes. Here we go. Massachusetts, they can remove a judge in one of three ways. This is Glenda Carnes. Hi, Glenda. Judicial review, recall, and impeachment. Anyone in the Commonwealth can file a complaint about a particular judge. Yeah. So what the attorneys tell us, and Valhalla Law is in the chat, so perhaps she would like to can weigh in on this. There is doesn't seem to be recourse for Judge Bev because they've already asked her to recuse herself. She refused, and there doesn't seem to be a significant appellate process.
Her time's up. Her time is like up. She's supposed to be like not even be in like the same county anymore.
Well, they moved her off of the Brian Walsh case to focus on this case. And now, strangely, she seemed, because she was so familiar, they wanted to make sure they didn't have to read a new judge in on the whole case, which actually would have been better is someone with fresh eyes that wasn't biased, right? And someone that was new. And instead now, according when the defense is making motions, oh, I forgot that. Oh, I didn't know that. Refresh my memory on that. So she's a complete fraud.
Hank Brennan, I can't even read an email correctly.
Yeah. He can't. Yeah, he can formulate sentences in court. But he doesn't seem to study very well or review materials, or either that or his law clerks are not writing very well.
And he thinks Zoom meetings are court TV.
Yeah, these are the kind of mistakes I make in my writing that Bia catches. So I don't know.
I just gotta laugh. This is when I breathe and brush.
Thank you, Brandy. Sorry. Thank you, Brandy. Yes, that's why the whole point of rotating judges. But the fix is in, right? She's permanently assigned to this case to make sure that she can bias and she can influence the case in the way that the prosecution wants them to. So it's quite disgusting. Hi, Diane Hill. Welcome. Better late than never. So, but anyway, if anybody has any final questions for Queen Colleen, let's get them in. If not, we're going to let the girl get out of there and go get herself an espresso martini.
Yeah, I'm in New Hampshire. I'm in my house in New Hampshire.
Oh, you could be a neighbor of somebody up to over your left shoulder up there who also has a New Hampshire place. So.
Me.
They're not near me. I'm in the woods.
Me
so
too.
I'm with fucking grizzly bears.
Okay, so then before we do that, I don't know if you saw this a couple of weeks ago. We did, Bia and I had on Bigfoot researcher and YouTube host. So have you had any Bigfoot sightings at all in New Hampshire?
Dude, I'm on Lake Winnipesaukee. It's not that serious.
So what does that mean? Does that mean it's not?
No.
You said it's wooded.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see grizzly bears, not freaking Bigfoot.
You have not seen Bigfoot yet. Yeah.
The only Bigfoot I see is Jeffrey Farrington snoring at night.
Well, Bia, all right, tell about the narrative real quick. Tell her, summarize the Bigfoot narrative you heard yesterday from Claire from the UK when she was visiting Mountain View.
Yes. I mean, she saw a family of
she was out to take photos of the ocean.
Yep. And saw a family of Bigfoots and ended up passing out and ends up like she thinks she was dragged over back to her car. And yeah, I mean her voice was shaking. It's crazy.
Wait, where is this?
Okay, all right. Let me set the
okay,
stage.
fine. I didn't tell the story good enough,
no,
but you know
okay.
that I get it.
Imagine you come out of a trailhead onto a beach area, and then you're either going to go left or right, because she wants to photograph the sunset when the sun touches the ocean, right? So she walks to the right. She goes up on some rocks. This is in Northern California, so think Mountain View, California area, kind of near where Apple is. She posts up on some rocks. She's getting her lenses set up, waiting for the sun to touch the water as it descends to the west.
Yeah.
She sees on the same trail that to her left, a family of Bigfoots, mama, papa, daughter, like little ones, go into the water and swim the way that we would swim, right? And just not swim, but, brush the water over them. It's hot out, that kind of thing. And she's starting to can't believe what's happening. She has her lens falls off, and one of them turns around and looks at her, the male, and it's wanting to come over to her, and the female one grabs the male one and holds him back, and they're communicating in something. Well, he pulls free of the female one, and she passes out. She wakes up next to the car where she parked at the head of the trail with drag marks as if something dragged her back to the car.
And she has photos?
No, she has no photos because when they came out on the beach, there's an ontological shock where you're having an oh crap moment, and she dropped her camera or dropped her lens. That's how they knew she was there. And as soon as they started to walk over to her, she passed out. When she went back to the hotel, the police showed up with a government official, and they basically told her, you saw a bear. And she said, I am telling you that what I saw in this world was not a freaking bear. I know what a bear looks like. This was not a bear. And it was walking on two legs and was hairy and big.
I believe.
And,
All right. Yeah. No, I believe that shit. I do. Did you see about the gnomes in Utah?
No.
There's a woman that just moved to Utah, right? And she put like pennies in like a soccer ball down, and she just moved to Utah, and they're like, there's gnomes, and she's supposed to get like a deer cam, and she put like pennies in like straight and like a soccer ball, and she came home, the soccer ball was missing, and the pennies were stacked with like a little rock on top. There's like gnomes running around Utah, and like people are like catching it on video right now.
I'm not surprised, man. On this show, this is before we started covering true crime. I had the Navajo Rangers from History Channel, Jonathan Dover and Stan Milford, and they had an area that covered New Mexico, Arizona, and Nevada, 1,000-mile area, like gigantic area and these two Navajo Rangers, they were designated to basically to investigate anything that was Bigfoot, paranormal, I'll just use those two, UFO, Bigfoot, paranormal, anything that happened out on the reservation. And they talked about things like that freaked me out. And
well, anything
very
like
scary
with
stuff.
Reservation over in that area with the Indians, I will not fuck with that. Cause like they can be like shapeshifters and
skinwalkers.
Yeah. Like like that's like something else that you can't even touch or even talk about. Like the aliens, like, I mean, when they say there's aliens in Antarctica and in the ocean and
yes.
Yeah, I believe in that stuff. I do. But they won't talk about it. But yeah, I kind of do believe in that, like, because that's something that people won't believe it. But the Indian, stuff, like New Mexico and like all that stuff, because that's like that's where we originated from. We took over their land.
That's right.
We took over their land. So whatever happens on their land and what they know, I don't want to know about it. That's their beliefs. That's what they know. That's it.
And they were here before we were here. That's right.
And that's respect.
There is, in terms of believing in, when I talk about believing, I believe in God. I haven't physically seen God, but I believe in God, right? But when it comes to UFOs, I don't have to believe in UFOs like I would believe in a deity. But I know enough people that have seen them, military aviators. I was a military aviator myself. I have not seen one, but I did see one when I was a kid. But forget about my own experience. I've talked to many different people in government, military, that have seen these craft while flying, and so I don't have to believe in it. I give that person the credibility that they saw what they saw, and I've also seen videos of them, and I understand how aviation works, how aircraft fly, what Bernoulli's theorem is, and what Newton's laws of motion, how that is relative to aviation. And a lot of these craft are moving in ways that don't require adherence to Newton's laws. So, and I've seen a few videos, I'll put it to that way. So all that aside, I want to say Hank's magic fact wand says, don't rules apply here. If you're on guilty, I think it means if you're found guilty or innocent, just have a look at the process. It's amazing. Rules of the court are gone out Bev swim. Yes, absolutely. Hank's magic fact. And thank you very much for the $6.99 of Canadian dollars.
Canada.
Hey, how you doing there, hoser?
Going.
Oh, Canada. All right. It's about time to get out of here. Colleen, what's that? What's she love?
I'm just asking how the Canadian tariffs are. That's all.
How are the Canadian tariffs? Yes, the 51st state, according to Trump, what's going to be something absurd like that. Yeah, we don't do politics on this show, so I'm just gonna.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna leave. Yeah, we don't do politics on this show.
I
so
used to love to. I used to sneak into Canada when I was 18 because it was the drinking age.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, when I was young, I mean, you could actually drink when I was 18. So
Yeah, I used to take a bus up to Quebec and Toronto for New Year's with a fake ID when I was 16 and go drinking in freaking Montreal for New Year's all the time. Then I would come back.
ADHD is saying, Colleen, can you take the corruption against you to the feds, police, etc.? Is federal over there yet? Ain't they? I'm not sure exactly what that, but I guess we could summarize that and say, do you have an avenue to talk to the feds? Do you think that you have something that's actionable?
I got numbers. I've called. I mean, it's like, it's so difficult because it's like we get a 2/3 vote. If we get a 2/3 vote, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna shut up because I've already gone into it multiple times. It's just like, you guys, no one's complaining about the business, okay? No one's complaining, okay? The only person complaining, which I have an email, is Ed and Paul Close. My neighbors, the condo, nobody around is fucking complaining. Let us run our business because all my tenants aren't complaining. My tenants have my back. When the cops show up at 1:30 in the morning, they're calling me. Nobody's complaining. The Vince Aguirre is not complaining. So you guys are embarrassed. You guys look like assholes. You guys should never allow a sexual predator cop to abuse his power on duty and allowed him to come prey on me when I was running a business by myself. You guys look like dickheads. And I walked into Duty's office. They go, you guys don't look good on national television right now. You're not going to want me to, because I've been quiet. I have been quiet. I just wanted to go to work with my man, make our money, go home, and have peace and silence. You guys have caused nothing but emotional distress between my man and I. We've been together for over 6 years. I left him at 5 years. I mean, I left him for 5 months because we needed a break, okay? It got to a lot of stress and bullshit, okay? And I left. And I came back. I go, Duty, you're on national television right now. You want me to come down as a businesswoman working with my man in the town of Canton and prove to what you guys have done here? Cut the fucking shit. And I walked out. They won't cut the shit. They won't cut it. They keep sending tickets. They fucking Helena Raff. I'm in Puerto Rico. Helena Rafferty's calling Jeff. Oh, your truck's parked on the side of Walpole Terrace, and if you don't move your truck, I'm gonna issue parking tickets. I got the fucking three cruisers showing up at 1:30 in the morning to issue a $25 parking ticket. You fucking shitting me right now, Helena. You're the chief of police. You run over elderly men crossing the crosswalk, and all of a sudden, you're You're in charge of parking tickets. This is Ed. That's Ed. This is pussy shit, bitch shit. Get the fuck away from me. Get away from my business. Stay the fuck off of my street. It's Queen Colleen Boulevard. Go fuck yourself, bitches.
Love it. You know what? That is
mic drop.
Fuck
that
you.
is
Clown, pussy, bitches. And that's how you disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect you.
See that I know like Helene Rafferty thinks she's tough, like trying to
She's
stare
a
down
bitch.
Turtle.
She's a dumb bitch. She's in over her head.
Yeah.
She's in over her head and she's getting kickbacks. Okay?
I believe I'm sure she is.
Kickbacks. Helena, she doesn't have a backbone. She has no balls.
She definitely.
You
not
don't
co-
need to have balls to be a woman, but you gotta know how to run shit. And that's the fucking problem. She's a dumb bitch and she has no brains.
I mean, I'm ready to run a campaign of I would vote for Colleen O'Neill, you know, for chief of police over Rafferty any day of the week, because she's actually tough, and Helena pretends to be tough, but
She's a dumb bitch.
yeah,
She's not tough. She's got a
she's
gun.
definitely not.
She's got they got a gun and they got a badge.
That's it.
And a cop car. They don't even have a camera.
No, well, because that would have evidence. You don't want evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she wants to go spend money on a shooting range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does this bitch even know how to shoot a gun?
She might, but without that gun, I bet she's nothing. Anyway, and
Does she
in
even
a
know
real
how to
fight,
hit a
she's probably nothing.
target correctly?
Yeah. I got O'Neill all day over Rafferty without the gun. So anyway, all right. Colleen O'Neill.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for coming and joining us and for providing so much energy. I think you really are a role model for everyone that's aggrieved in the community and isn't sure how to channel that energy. As he said, we just need more anger. She's got plenty of anger for everybody, and that's what's necessary.
I'm not angry. I am fed the fuck up.
Yeah. But I mean,
I'm not angry because I still laugh. I still have a good time. I still make my money. I still love my man. It's just the lies.
Yeah.
It is frustrating to deal with on an everyday basis.
Yeah.
I'm not angry.
she's not angry. Whoever said that?
I'm fucking fed the fuck up.
Yes, enough is enough, says Cheryl. Hi,
Enough
Cheryl.
is enough. Oh, here, wait, I got a song for this. Okay, we'll end it with this. Hold on, wait.
Okay, let's do it, man.
Ready? You want to end it with a good song?
Yeah,
Hold on.
go ahead. Yeah, let's go.
Hold on. Wait. Where is it? I have a whole playlist. Shit.
Should it be ready or not?
I promise. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find.
Ready or not?
You're welcome.
You can't hide. I love that song.
Find it.
And make you want me.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Look, leave birth you and you know they pick it. Cheap and expensive, you know the difference. You know that it's paying, you know what it's giving. Hair, nails, color, bear.
Dig it, girlfriend.
What a shit! Yo, this is my good.
Yeah.
I'm Brett.
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. Fuck being rational. Give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I make them niggas mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G pass. Yeah, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? They like, what he on? It's the Alpha and Omega, bitch. Welcome home.
Look at that beat up. Look at that Boston beat up.
Yeah. Baby, I don't understand, baby. Pay a bill and make you feel like I can, baby. Teach me something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby.
Queen Colleen Boulevard. Man, if only she were more energetic. The ruler.
Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough.
I want to thank, while we're going to go out to this music, I want to thank all of you for coming in with Queen Colleen O'Neill, because it ain't going to get no better than this. Ain't no stopping her now.
Oh my God, Jeff just gone here with the dogs. Jeff just gone.
I'm going to tell you
You
what.
want me to keep shaking my ass?
I mean, you got to do what you want. We don't want to, you know what I mean? We don't want to tell you what to do with your body. You know what I'm saying? Here, I want to take us out to the music while we're dancing. So,
Forever be that bitch.
so on behalf
Look at the dog.
I'm the hood
Queen
nigga,
Colleen
break a
O'Neill
nigga into pieces, had to
and Bia.
execute the niggas out my circle like a pizza. I'm way too exclusive, but I don't shop on Insta boutiques. All the little ass clothes only fit Facebook.
I love it.
Bad
Look at
bitch,
doggy.
still talking cash shit.
Look at
Pussy
little
like
doggy.
water, I'm a runner and
Oh,
relax.
Little.
I would never trip on a nigga
On behalf
if I
of
had
Queen
to.
Colleen
That's
O'Neill
my ass you done made,
and
so you
Bia,
got
this is
to.
DJ
I'm
Sing. Peace
sassy.
out. One love. We'll see you
Thank you,
down the
Colleen.
road. And we're always wondering what's going to happen next on Colleen.